Today's episode of the Conversation Havers podcast is brought to you by Clearwater Pressure Wash. They're a pressure washing company in the League City and Friendswood area, and they are the best in the business in the area. They'll give you an amazing, fair price for their work. They do houses, driveways, sidewalks, curbs, patios, really anything you ask of them. I've seen their videos on Instagram. The before and after is really amazing. It can really just revitalize the way your home or your patio looks. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook at Clearwater Pressure Wash, or you can email jesusv32@gmail.com and get in contact with them that way. I highly recommend them, and they are the official sponsor of the Conversation Havers podcast.
Welcome to the Conversation Havers podcast. ASMR edition. We'll be doing the whole thing like this. No, we won't.
Yeah, we just needed an intro, and we didn't want to just start off flat, so I figured that would be a good enough way to do it.
It works.
Yeah, so welcome to episode 2 of the Conversation Havers podcast. Just for clarification, I took a sip of a water bottle, and then
Kind of
tapped on the mic a little bit.
ASMR'd it.
Yeah, I
some nice swallowing noises.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. I think I might start fucking with that scene.
Make an ASMR channel.
Yeah, I think I got what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's definitely that's a market right there. You're not gonna get demonetized for that.
I don't know. Maybe I will. YouTube kind of be on some ho shit.
You'd have to be really wild and on an ASMR channel to get demonetized.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I want it to only be sound. I don't want them to be able to see me so they can tell what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I want some of it to be a mystery.
You just want them to have to guess what you're doing.
Yeah.
I can see where that would go wrong.
Maybe, but I can also see where it would go right.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
I feel like the layer of mystery. You know what I would do? I would start a Twitter poll or something like that and be like, which one of these 4 things is what I was doing on the mic? And then none of them are what I was actually doing. But they're close enough to where it might seem like they were. Just playing fucking mind games.
Yeah, it's was I sipping water? Was I watering my plants? Or was I cooking something with lots of water? Was I boiling pasta?
Yeah.
And then it's no, it was actually waterboarding somebody.
What the fuck? What? Listen, I'm not on that shit. I know you've been waterboarded before. We've waterboarded. I
have been waterboarded before. It was an experience. It was I used to have these crazy end of school summer parties. And basically one time, I forgot why, we just decided to waterboard me.
I think you just wanted to do it.
Maybe.
If I remember correctly, you were just bro, waterboard me. And
I was sitting in an inner tube, and I had Jake Rohn, and I think it was Travis Buckmaster just waterboard me.
But it wasn't that long though. It was probably 2 seconds. And then you
there's this great picture of water shooting out of my eyes, my nostrils, and my mouth all at the same time as they're ripping the towel off of me when I'm getting waterboarded.
We're making this seem so much worse, ripping the towel off.
I was getting waterboarded.
How bad was it?
It was pretty bad. I can see why they do that to people in Guantanamo.
Yeah, it simulates drowning. I wouldn't.
I think I might have lasted 10 seconds. Like
Yeah.
that made me panic.
10 seconds? I don't even think it was that long.
Yeah,
It probably wasn't.
It wasn't long. It probably felt like a lot longer than it was.
I was just off to the side in the pool, just like these goofy motherfuckers. Like, that shit was funny though.
Yeah, that was definitely. I won't forget that.
Oh, well, speaking of waterboarding, let's talk about our favorite cartoons
Wow.
from our childhood.
What a transition.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's so related. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I know. I figured, just gotta pop it out sometimes.
All right. Yeah. Well, so yeah, our topic for today's podcast is basically going to be cartoons, typically from childhood, but just really any cartoons that we're kind of into. We're going to exclude some of the biggest names, your SpongeBob's, your Simpsons.
Which I'm just gonna say right now, SpongeBob is the greatest cartoon ever made.
There's no debating.
No competition. That is my number one.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna put that as my number one.
Yeah,
because people are expecting.
It'd be too obvious. Like that, we'd already know. They'd already know. Like we're leading up. Both of our number one is going to be SpongeBob. That's why we're kind of mixing it up. Y'all will probably have heard of all of these cartoons, but I would say that some of them might be trapped in your memory down there a little bit. Might be the first time in a few years you've thought of some of these. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what kind of cartoons you watch.
I'm not gonna lie, most of mine are pretty like mainstream. Like everyone's heard of most of mine.
Yeah, I mean mine are too. I've got one on my main list and one on my honorable mentions that a lot of people probably haven't heard about. But other than that, they're all fairly mainstream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not really even looking at your list.
Yeah.
But if Code Lyoko is on there, I will not be happy. That show always pissed me off.
Oh God, Code Lyoko. Oh yeah.
Jake Rohn always he was like, bro, that show's so cool.
They go into like this cyber universe.
I don't even want to talk about it. That show pissed me off. Just like the character design, I was like,
I have like these.
This shit is fucking whack.
I have these vague memories of the show, but I don't actually remember what it was about.
I actively tried not to keep memories of it.
Well, you still remember that it was called Code Lyoko. So.
Because the name's so terrible. Like, how do you forget?
I guess. I would make a joke about the name, but I literally don't remember anything about the show.
Oh, okay. All right, well, let me get a coin out real quick.
Yeah, all right.
This is just going to be our thing.
All right. For when we do these, like, top 5, top 10s.
Yeah, I know this is episode 2 and we're doing a top 5, or a top 10 technically again, but, like, this isn't going to be every episode.
It's not the permanent format.
We've just been strapped for ideas, and then it just kind of, we're just like, top 5 this.
Yeah,
but
all right. I'll take heads.
Okay.
What do we got?
Heads.
All right. So, my number 5.
Wait. Now you can go.
Okay. So
ASMR.
My number 5 is a show called Spaced Out.
Okay.
It's really old show. I don't even know what channel it was on. I have the Wikipedia pulled up, so we're gonna see if I can find anything on there. But I remember I watched it when I was little all the time when I lived in Amsterdam.
Bro, you lived in Amsterdam, bro?
By the way, for people that don't know, I lived in Amsterdam for 5 years, from when I was 2 to when I was 7.
So cool. You were the most cultured 7-year-old.
Thank you. I was exposed to heroin at an early age.
I'm not gonna lie, that is actually true.
Yeah, we had a junkie fall through our window once.
Wait, you had a junkie in your house?
No. We had a junkie outside of our house because we had a porch. And where we lived, yeah.
Okay.
Where we lived in Amsterdam, that wasn't common. We lived on Apollon, which none of y'all are from Amsterdam, but that's a street that's like downtown.
Yeah. For all you non-Amsterdam knowledge-having
Exactly.
motherfuckers out there.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we had a junkie like fall through our window once because
Like inside your house? From outside to inside?
So we had a patio, and like junkies would just come hang out on the patio.
What? Was this permitted by your family?
No,
or?
it was not.
Okay.
They just didn't care.
Huh. Yeah, see, that's not gonna work. That's why I like Texas. It's like you don't stay in someone's yard unless you want to get shot. Like, just
stand your ground. That will
stand your ground.
You will get messed up. So anyway, yeah, I lived in Amsterdam.
Oh God.
And so I watch the show all the time. I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now, and apparently it only aired on Cartoon Network Europe, which is probably why I can't find anybody else that has ever heard of the show.
Okay.
But so yeah, it's about this this guy. His name is George Martin, not George R.R. Martin, but
oh, okay. It's about George Martin.
This guy named George Martin lives. And I'm just gonna read the Wikipedia synopsis for y'all.
Hey, that's fine.
All right, George Martin lives in a regular neighborhood with his family and applies for a job in the apparently monopolistic company Cratch Industries. Although they do not intend to hire him, his application is accidentally blown by the wind to the heap of selected candidates. This leads to George being hired as a director of a secret orbital station, Operation SOS, housing subdevelopment, where he and his family have to live as an experiment started by Cratch. When the Martins arrive at the station, they meet other people who have also been sent by Cratch to live there. To their surprise, their neighbor and teacher who taught the Martins kids on Earth is also on the station with her son. Later, they save a Russian cosmonaut who decides to live with them. And so they continue living... Oh my God.
Yeah, so the computer we're recording on has ads pop up.
Yeah.
So, like...
Kind of brought it up a little last time, but, like, the ads will just... One of my friends went on, like, a torrent site to download, like, movies and stuff like that, and, like, just ever since that I've gotten these random ads. Anyways, they rescue a Russian cosmonaut who decides to live with them. So they continue living on the space station, occasionally having personal disputes, meeting aliens, and being monopolized by Cratch. So I don't remember everything about this show, but I will tell you what I do remember. And there's one specific episode that like absolutely like traumatized me as a child. I don't know the name or number, season, any of that stuff, but basically it was this episode where it's like the main character wakes up and everyone like forgets who he is. Like no one knows him. He's in like an alternate universe or something like that. And he goes around and he finds the Russian cosmonaut guy. I forget what his name is, but he finds him. And he's like trapped as a slave in this machine. And the main character ends up getting freeing the cosmonaut, but within that also getting trapped in the machine. And so now the main character is the slave. And it just ends.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of happy I didn't. I'm like looking up images from the show.
Yeah.
And this does look like a European cartoon.
Yeah, I never knew it was like only European, like because it was in English. Because I mean, I spoke Dutch, but I didn't speak it like fluently.
So you're telling me? Oh wait, because most of Dutchland speaks English.
Yeah, most of the Netherlands.
You mean Dutchland?
Sure, why not? Speaks
Deutsch.
English as well as Dutch.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, yeah. After I saw that episode, I don't remember ever watching another episode of that show.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
But how many episodes do you think you saw?
Oh, jeez. I bet I've seen... I mean, it's hard because, like, this was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I probably saw 30-plus episodes of the show.
Damn. Okay.
I don't know how many episodes there were total. I can probably look it up on the Wikipedia. Oh, okay. So there were only 26 episodes because it lasted one season. Cool. So I didn't watch 30 episodes.
But it was good enough to make your top 5 list.
I think it's just the fact that I need to find somebody else who's seen this show so I can like share my traumatic experiences with them.
You said email me.
Yeah, like
Email me if you've seen Spaced Out.
If you remember the show, hit me up. It aired on on Cartoon Network Europe in association with several other companies and television networks. Series had 1 season with 26 episodes.
I don't really think we've accumulated a lot of European followers yet, so I think you're going to be waiting on that email for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
it was aired on...
But at some point, some Dutch kid is going to email you or hit you up and just be like, I've seen Spaced Out. That was more Canadian. I tried to do...
actually, it aired in Canada. I was just about to say that. It aired on VRAC TV in Canada, as well as being in Europe. VRAC, V-R-A-K.
Call me a nationalist or whatever, but America just has the best everything. Like, I'm so happy I didn't... Like, that sounds like the meth version of Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Like...
I'm not gonna lie. Canadians, I don't know if anybody knows about Canada, like, do they have Cartoon Network? I don't know.
They have Canadian Cartoon Network, I think.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. We don't have a huge following, but we had 61 viewers last time, so I feel like somebody there has probably been to Canada at some point.
Out of that pool?
Yeah.
I know I listened to the SoundCloud like twice, so 2 of those don't count.
Okay.
But,
hey, somebody's been to Canada, so, like...
Yeah.
If you know about VRAC TV and Spaced Out, hit me up.
VRAC. V-R...
V-R-A-K.
VRAC
TV. Here, hold up. I'm gonna...
What kind of name is that?
I'm checking the Wikipedia out.
Okay, for a split second, right before you clicked off that tab, I saw Soulja Boy in the Wikipedia. I thought I saw the word Soulja Boy.
I don't think you did.
Soulja Boy helped produce Spaced Out, which was a successful... Look at the logo for VRAC.
Yeah, that's...
It doesn't even look like a net, like...
It's like VR, and then it's like a Greek delta that's like kind of elevated. And then a K. That's interesting.
I'm feeling very uncomfortable with VRAC TV and Spaced Out. I'm not gonna lie.
It's.
Can I move on to mine?
Yeah, no, I'm not messing with VRAC right now. All right, we're done with Spaced Out. You can go to your number 5.
Okay, good. We're gonna have to wash that European taste out of our mouth with some good old American
cartoons,
American television.
All right, what do you got?
This is a super old one, and it's a compilation, or it's a bunch of different cartoon characters. But I just remember watching it because Boomerang kind of hit sometimes, like late at night watching Boomerang as a kid.
Okay, I think I know what you're about to say.
And my dad loved this show, and that's like I always had an appreciation for it through him.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if it's not what I'm thinking of.
It's Wacky Racers.
Hell yes.
The Wacky Racers is one of the funniest. I mean, honestly, I haven't watched it in a long time, and it's probably like not very entertaining to me now.
Yeah.
Because the setup for every single episode is the exact same.
Yeah.
But it's literally just they have a race. They race in a bunch of cars, and wacky shit happens.
And that one dude can never win.
Yeah, like Dr. Evil. No, what is his name? It's like, oh my god, Dick Dastardly and Muttley. Only reason I remember that is because MF Doom has a line that says Dick Dastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. But, and he has a dog. My dad always loved the dog because he always like laughs at his owner.
Yeah.
Anytime they fuck something up, he's always just like...
Yeah, he's got that like weird laugh.
That was straight on some whatchamacallit, Lysol, like whenever you're spraying down the windows, it's that type of laugh. What I just did a couple seconds ago. But yeah, honestly, I don't even have a lot to say about it, just because like I didn't really watch it that much, but like it was entertaining whenever you're like waking up in the morning about to go to school, and it's like
You got Wacky Racers on.
Yeah, like either that or like Dora. That's like the only shit that's on.
No, I mean, but I very like specifically, very vividly, I should say, that's the right word, remember like watching Wacky Racers all the time.
Damn.
I like loved that show. I'm disappointed that's not on my top 5. All right, props to you for that though.
Yeah, I'm happy that you're happy with my decision.
Yeah, okay.
That I made. So yeah, I wish I had more to say, but I kind of made this list in a hurry.
Yeah.
And like, I don't really have a ton to say, but like.
But was it different characters from different shows?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
So
there
like,
was. I think Johnny Quest or some type of old ass cartoons in it.
Yeah.
But
I just don't remember well enough, and I don't have like an extensive knowledge of Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah, neither do I. I will say I have one more Hanna-Barbera on mine.
You do? All right.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
But that one I can talk about a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I guess you can just move on to your number 4 because I'm pretty much done with that.
All right. Yeah. So my number 4, I think you saw it because I had the Wikipedia page pulled up for a minute. Is Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Yeah, no, I saw this on your list, so I had to take it off mine.
Oh, it was on your list?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, no, that show was my jam growing up. Just like...
It's one of the most relatable to me, sort of.
Yeah, because it's just like this gang of kids that are just like let's make these crazy ideas for money.
First of all, they're hustlers. Like every single episode, they're trying to hustle and make money, and it's freaking amazing.
They're usually successful until like one point where everyone figures out they're being hustled, and then they take their money back, and they never get the jawbreakers.
Yeah.
I mean, they do occasionally.
No, I remember you always telling me that I reminded you of
Yeah, that's literally in my notes. Is that you remind me of Eddie.
Jeez, maybe more as a kid. I think I've chilled out a little bit more.
Trey reminded me of Eddie when he was younger. That is literally my note.
Because I only had 3 hairs on my head.
Yeah.
3 super long hairs that
just
you
like
could
this
see.
Short, chubby, very red child with 3 hairs.
That I combed over, and I wore a yellow, red, and purple
like bowler.
Whatchamacallit, freaking polo every day. Yeah, that was definitely me.
But like, I think it was just more of like you always had these crazy ideas. Like, do you remember Easy Cheesies?
Dude, I can't. Is that a restaurant?
Yeah, like when
I
we were
came
like
up with quite a few.
grade.
In elementary school, I planned out a lot of different restaurants. I was like, we're gonna serve fucking bread and cheese because I loved grilled cheese sandwiches, which honestly you could do.
I mean, people have already done that though. There are already grilled cheese restaurants.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna move into healthy snow cones.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, we've already talked about it a little bit. I had an idea one night. This was actually recently. This wasn't no elementary school shit.
This was like 2 months ago, a month ago.
Yeah, something like that. But, like, I told a couple people, I was like, bro, like, healthy snow cones. Like...
I mean, it's a good idea.
Because personally, I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want someone to steal my idea. Like, the more I talk about it, the more people are going to be like, oh my God, this is fucking genius, and then someone's gonna steal it, unless it already exists. But
I mean, it might. There's a chance, but like,
but
the healthy snow cone market isn't a big one.
That's what I'm saying. It's untapped.
Yeah, but no. So like, just all that kind of stuff. Always like, you always kind of reminded me of Eddie, and then I think we had like this whole like fan cast where we.
Yeah.
You were Eddie. Matt Yarbrough, some of y'all won't know him. Matt Yarbrough was Ed, and Pierce was Double D.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie, that is like amazing casting. I don't remember who was Kevin.
I think that was Blake Merriman or Ryan Henderson.
Yeah, but they weren't douchey like he was. They both had like motorcycles and used to ride up and shit.
Yeah.
But whatchamacallit. Yeah, no, the thing is, that show, I feel like like most kids in America could fan cast that show.
Yeah.
Like
because
if you just
see
look
yourself
through,
in it.
Look through all of your friends like throughout high school, and then look at the cast of Ed, Edd and Eddy, and you can find like everyone fits in perfectly.
I'm casting Kanishk as Rolf, so you hear that, Kanishk? I know you're listening. It's literally because you're the only Indian person I know.
we need to be more diverse. Diversify 2019.
Okay, the only Indian person I'm friends with.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I know some other Indian people somewhere at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Indian people from work. Like every job I've ever had, I've known hella Indian people.
Yeah.
And like, them motherfuckers are chill.
Yeah. No, I love Indian people.
I love everybody. But
Peace and love. But also, that show like really made me want Jawbreakers, and I was really disappointed when I figured out like Jawbreakers can't be that big in your mouth. Like I'd always try to do that. Like I'd get these massive ass Jawbreakers and I'd try to put them in my cheek.
Yeah, not a good idea.
You know, there's only a certain amount of space that your mouth can open to.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not gonna lie, candy kind of freaks me out now, like thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah, like Jawbreaker, that is a ball of sugar.
Yeah, no,
that is a ball of sugar. Like that kind of terrifies me. And I'm not saying I'm some type of health nut or anything like that, but it's like candy just more and more every day. I'm just like, wow. Like absolutely.
I can eat candy. I like chocolate more now than I used to. I used to be like a fruity candy guy or like a sugar candy guy. Now it's chocolate.
First of all, chocolate makes me sneeze.
What?
Yeah, it
makes you sneeze.
Yeah, if I eat one Hershey's Kiss, I will sneeze twice.
We got a bunch of chocolate downstairs, and I kind of want to see this, but
do you want to go run down there real quick, or I'll go run down there, even though I don't know where the chocolate is?
How about I'll run down there and you
we can
perform
just skip.
some.
We can just
ASMR,
some ASMR while we're waiting.
Yeah, show us your ASMR talents. I'll be right back up.
Okay, we're really doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Collin is now leaving the room. Okay, we're really doing this. This is very unexpected, but you know, life's about surprises. So yeah, if I don't sneeze, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed because, like I said, I would sneeze. So I guess I'm just gonna this is the water bottle. Okay, that was sip number 1. Should I just punch the mic? I'm in here alone. I think I might just suplex the mic and then put it back up, and then he'll just have to hear it in editing. I think he found some chocolate. I can hear him. Yeah, he's coming back up. So I guess I'll just take another sip. And I guess I'm not going to suplex the mic.
What's up?
What's up?
Alright, so I couldn't find the chocolates. I found some Girl Scout cookies. Will that work?
Probably not, to be completely honest. I have those at my house right now. And I ate one last night and I didn't sneeze. It has to just be chocolate.
Okay, I mean, alright, that's fine. It's a little disappointing, but that's fine.
Damn. Do you just want to wait here while I go to the store and go pick up a Hershey's Kiss and then come back, eat the Hershey's Kiss?
That might be a little long.
Yeah. Maybe. You gotta take risks. No, I'm not about to drive this store.
You want to just move on to the next?
Yeah, my fourth.
Yeah.
Okay, so my fourth is Samurai Jack, but I just realized on my list, in my notes on my phone, I wrote down Samurai Jacket. But
I mean,
But yeah, Samurai Jack. I haven't even really seen that many episodes, and I went back and watched it like a couple years ago. My brother played it, and like it's one of the most artful cartoons I've ever seen. Like if you watch that, it's one of the most. It's like not even a. It is a cartoon, but it's like the tone of it is not.
yeah.
It's so cinematic and just epic as hell. Like
Yeah, I don't think I realized that when I was little and I would watch that show.
no, most kids don't like, which is understandable. Like you're a fucking kid, but like honestly, if you're trying to watch just dope ass fucking action and just
Yeah.
it's like there are literally moments where it's like a minute of him just like walking through snow and it's like completely silent and all you hear is him just like walking through the snow. It's like
But it works.
what? Oh yeah, it definitely does. But it's just like what other Cartoon Network show like as a kid? What other show was
Yeah.
doing that? Like I can't.
Yeah.
Like that shit is just crazy.
And then they finally, after like 8 years after they first like canceled it, they finally brought it back and
Yeah.
finished it off. I never saw
Apparently-
the last season.
I haven't either. But I've heard a lot of people like were disappointed
Really?
with it. Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, whatever. I don't
Yeah.
like. I care so little about like what people say about TV
Yeah.
shows and shit. It's just like
you,
whatever.
you find your own taste. It doesn't matter what other people think.
Well, like, there's so many times where someone will be like, "Oh my god, they ruined that show." Well, like, I'm trying to think of an example. People will like in video game series. It's like you'll look through. Like, there's a Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah.
Because my friend James, he has a PS2 and he got Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, and I was telling him to get the next one, which is Armageddon. And the reason I told him to get Armageddon is because it has way more fighters and stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's like 100 fighters to choose from, and oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. But like you go online and people will be like, "This is the fucking worst Mortal Kombat," even though it's like the same game. Like mechanics are
Yeah.
the same, but it's like because the fatality or like the like finishing for every character, like the story finish in Mortal Kombat and like a lot of fighting games. Whenever you beat a certain character, like in oh my gosh, need to fucking explain this better. You like go up this arcade ladder, and like once you beat the last fighter, you get their story ending.
Yeah.
And there's one for every character.
Yeah.
And it's like in that one, you just like it's just read to you, and there's like in the little character you were playing as does like fighting moves. And whereas usually you get like a cutscene,
Yeah.
and like that's the reason people call it like terrible. And it's even though it's like
It's
other
mildly
games,
disappointing, but it's
Yeah.
not terrible.
I mean, for me, it's like it has like 100 more people like on the
Yeah.
roster. It's like that alone is like
It makes up.
yeah, like
Well, I mean, the best example I can think of is like Star Wars. That's the low-hanging fruit, where every time they come out with the new Star Wars movie, people just lose their shit because they're like, it's
Well,
not what they wanted it to be. It's like,
I mean, everyone loved episode 7 whenever it came out, but then it just took a little while for everyone to I hate
yeah,
it.
like it was like, oh, episode 7's too much like the originals, and then
It's
episode
just
8 came out, and everyone's like,
too
episode
different.
8 isn't enough like the originals.
It's just fucking nerds on the internet. Like
Right.
that's why I'm just like whatever. Like
Yeah.
I just see
Like-
what I want to see, and then like if I like it, I like it. Like I don't listen to anybody.
we could
anymore.
honestly do a whole podcast on Star Wars because like
Yeah, definitely. There's
maybe one day we will,
Star
but like
Wars deep as fuck.
but like
Just a
it-
lot of
that
shit.
that pissed me off. Not little side rant, I guess. Just like I used to be like really into like the whole like Star Wars online community. Like when I had surgery my junior year, and I was out of school for a few weeks, and like I literally became a member of like this Star Wars like online board, and like would write these huge articles that would be like top like front page.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like like reviews and just like articles about like my opinions on like Disney and stuff like that. Like
Damn.
it was, I like cared about that like a lot. And then after episode 8 came out, everybody was just so like, everyone was
And
just
Solo.
a massive weenie.
And Solo. That's fucking nerds, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's why, like, I used to be, like, as a kid, I mean, I was never on, like, forum type shit, but,
Yeah,
but
forums,
like,
that's the word I was looking for.
but, like, I don't know, I just realized how whack so many people act whenever it comes to this shit. It's like they let what they like become, like, their identity. And it's like, I don't know, like...
You're not a real Star Wars fan unless you hate the prequels, the sequels, Rogue One, Solo, and Episode 6. And the remasters.
You can only like the OG 70s films.
Yeah, it's... Like... Sorry, side rant, but
Hey,
it's...
no,
yeah.
it's okay. But, whatchamacallit, yeah, Samurai Jack. Like, once again, I'm sorry I don't really, like, have a lot to say, but it's like, this is actually, like, Wacky Racers is not really a show I think most people would, like, be interested in watching, but, like, Samurai Jack, if you like actually cool, like, filmmaking, like, because the way it's shot, I mean, it's a cartoon, but, like, the camera angles that they do in the show, it's a fucking good show.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
legit. So yeah, that's my number 4.
Okay. Alright. My number 3 is gonna be Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah, I was tempted to put this on my list.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. It's the reason I wanted a treehouse when I was little. Like...
I just wanted a treehouse to trap out of.
I mean, okay, but like...
No.
I think I always kind of wanted a treehouse.
Oh,
but
what kid didn't want a treehouse?
Yeah.
Like, and a legit treehouse, I would have never left. Like, that
Yeah.
would have been my house.
And I don't know, Codename Kids Next Door. It was just so tricked out. It was really kind of weird but fun concept, and every episode was always like super different. Like, I don't think there was like a singular like plot line that you could see in every episode, you know?
Yeah, that's how I like a lot of cartoons. Like, yeah.
It's not like Fairly Odd Parents where it's just like, Timmy is inconvenienced. Timmy makes a wish, so he's not inconvenienced. Timmy sees that the wish inconveniences him more and turns back the wish.
Yeah. It's just over. But, I mean, I still think that formula works.
It works, and I love Fairly Odd Parents, but it's
Yeah.
just like, it can get a little repetitive.
Yeah.
It's the reason why, even though that show ran for like 17 years.
It's still going.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I saw they added like a dog and they added like a girl that he has to share his fairies with. Like I haven't even seen the show. I've just like my little brother will just be watching Nickelodeon and I'll see advertisements and I'm like, what in the hell?
Yeah, no, anytime, like I went on, just because like the TV was on and I was like 43 and then they played like a classic episode of SpongeBob and I was like, fuck yeah, like this is what I'm talking about. Because I can just relax.
Nickelodeon,
to, like, SpongeBob. But
all
like,
they air is SpongeBob reruns.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's $1 billion, probably like trillions of dollars at this point. Like,
I don't know about trillions, but
maybe not, probably not, but like just that little damn sponge has made them so much fucking money.
He was on the Super Bowl, even though it was disappointing. He was on the Super Bowl. Like
I still haven't seen.
You can't doubt the cultural influence of the internet and that show.
Well, like, go on Twitter. Like, go on Twitter, scroll. Within 10 scrolls, there will be something SpongeBob related. Like, I don't want to get on this tangent because we already talked about it, but, like, it's the best fucking show ever.
Yeah. I mean, without a doubt. Anyway, so Codename Kids Next Door. It was just, like, they also have these little side characters. Like, do you remember, it was like this family of like these little weird like
the
Shining style kids.
Kids from down the lane.
Yeah.
I think they're called. But yeah.
I mean, it was just a really weird, fun TV show, and they had a banger of a Game Boy game that I played literally all the time. Like,
shit.
I don't think I can like understate or overstate how much I played the Kids Next Door Game Boy game.
Did you ever play? It was on like Cartoon Network's website, and you could create your own custom Kids Next Door operative, and like you could give him his own weapon. One thing I really liked about that show was like the weapons they used were like mustard stapled onto like a wood like fucking gun. Like it just like made no sense. Like
there were a few rubber bands on it, and all of a sudden it worked. Actually, I can imagine how that can work. Not to get into like the mechanics, engineering of how you could make a mustard gun with rubber bands, but like I could see like you take the trigger and the rubber bands are attached, and it squeezes down on top of the mustard, and you can shoot it out.
Hey, speaking of untapped markets, create a mustard gun.
Hey,
that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I don't know how much money you'd make, but it's definitely an untapped market.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But, there was this one website, or it was a game on the Cartoon Network had, like, website had a lot of fire-ass Flash games.
Yeah.
Like,
I played one on the Captain Underpants website.
There was a
wow. Yeah.
What the hell?
They had this skateboarding game on the Captain Underpants website.
What the fuck?
It was so fun. I've probably put... I don't want to make an estimation because it'll be vastly off, but I've put a lot of time into the Captain Underpants skateboard game website.
I remember my sister used to go on like Build-A-Bear.com and do pie eating contests. Like,
I mean, Webkins.
Shit, I was not on that wave.
I had like 25 Webkins. I was the shit because of that. Like, everyone was like, oh my god, you hear Collin has like over 20 Webkins? And I was like, walking down the hallways, like, big dick in it. Like, what? That's what it was about. How big your crown box was, how many Webkins you had, and how fast you were. Those were the three things that determined how many bitches elementary school kids got.
I thought you were talking about like racing your Webkins, like how fast
your
Webkins were.
Like literal being fast. Like I don't know if I think it's a universal experience. Like the fast kids are just automatically like get all the women.
I guess so. I mean, there's got to be some like fast, ugly motherfuckers out here.
It doesn't matter.
If you're fast, it just doesn't
If you're
matter.
fast in elementary school, you are the pimp of like second grade.
Oh, in elementary school.
Yeah. Not in high school. But
Did someone's just? They look like, what's that one movie where the guy just has like that humongous face and he's like
Elephant Man?
No.
Oh, redhead.
Yeah.
I forgot what you're talking about, but I know
that dude.
Yeah.
But accurate. So all the girls like him.
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty pretty accurate.
That's how it worked in elementary school, man.
Ugly as fuck. But
It was running fast, Webkins, and how big your box of crowns was.
Box of crayons?
Crowns.
What is that?
I will die on this hill. Crowns, like
crayons?
yes, crowns.
They're crayons. Is this like Reese's Pieces?
I don't need criticism on that.
Listen, he grew up Dutch. He's cooler than everybody.
We call them Reese's Pieces. They're Reese's Pieces to me.
I don't know. I don't fuck with Europe. That shit's whack. It's Reese's Pieces.
It doesn't matter. But they're crowns, which is a southern thing, not a European thing, calling them crowns.
Oh, no, I know that.
But, yeah. So, those are the three things. Anyways, moving on.
I guess my number 3, speaking of Southern, is Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron.
Which, the reason I say that is...
Yeah, I was about to say, what does that have to do with Southern?
They confirmed that the show is set in Texas. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like, and the fact that Jimmy Neutron, like, lives in, like, a League City type...
Yeah, I mean, if he's involved in all that space stuff, you would think he's in Houston.
Gotta be outside of Houston?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking dope. Like...
I mean... We live 5 minutes from NASA or so. Like, we're recording this about a 10-minute drive from Johnson Space Center.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
I live like 5 minutes away from that.
Yeah, he's even closer than I am.
But, whatchamacallit,
So
yeah.
Jimmy Neutron might be trapping down the street.
Jimmy Neutron. I mean, I think everyone knows this show. Like I said, I keep choosing shows that I feel like most people know.
Yeah.
But like, I just really enjoyed it as a kid. Like I think, and it's like, it really stands well on its characters. Like, fucking Carl Weezer is still one of my favorite. Still one of my favorite. The one I posted it on my Finsta. It's like, it's Carl walking out of the classroom, and he's like, "All right, Miss Frizz, I'm about to head out." And like, there's in the croissant.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I wish I could say
Carl
more.
Weezer's that's a great character right there.
And Sheen.
They made a spin-off show about Sheen.
Yeah, that shit's
He
garbage.
got stranded on an alien planet and became their ruler. And it was just called Planet Sheen.
See, that's one of those things. I saw that literally once, like on TV.
Yeah.
I turned in it. I just saw it once, and I was like, nope.
I think it lasted like an episode, or not an episode, a season, maybe 2 seasons.
I'm not surprised. Like, they need to just let me do shit. I promise. Like, just Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, hit me up. I promise I will just make the most fire ass shows. Like, but yeah, Jimmy Neutron. I'm sorry I'm not like saying enough about any of mine. But like, I remember watching the movie as a kid, and like the aliens kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Oh yeah, like the little goop eggs.
Because they like, I couldn't quite understand what they actually were, because they were only goop, but they were inside these like egg robot machine, and I was just like, what the fuck?
I watched that movie so much with the whole, like, they're building the spaceships to the We're the Kids of America, except it's We're the Kids of the Future, I think.
No, it's We're the Kids of America.
But like I think they redid it to We're the Kids of the Future.
Fuck, man, I don't know. I don't.
I just remember this one scene where like Jimmy's riding by in his rocket and Carl's trying to build like a spaceship, and he's like, "This is hard, Jimmy," and he's like, "Well, it's not rocket science, Carl," and then he's like, "Wait, actually, it is," and like drives off.
And Carl's like, "Fuck you, dude. I don't know how to
Carl's
do this shit.
over
I'm not
here
a fucking
building
genius like you."
He's building a faulty rocket out of like a carousel horse. Like,
I'd like to make a cartoon like that where it's like the main character, like, he doesn't even know he's like that, but like Jimmy Neutron pretty much, but just like he gets other people to try to make the machines, but obviously they can't do it as well.
Yeah.
And he comes by and he's like, but guess you can't make a rocket ship. And they're just like, bro, fuck you. Like, we're not on your level. Like, why don't you come help? And he's just like, bleh.
Did you ever watch the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour?
Yeah, I watched those.
I liked that.
That shit was kind of epic. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that shit was...
God damn it.
Hello, ad.
Hello, ads.
Alright, but yeah, I mean, Jimmy Neutron's dad is one of my favorite like characters ever. That shit's funny as hell.
And then he's been like, his character has been like taken over by like conspiracy theorists.
What?
Because like there's like this meme that they keep doing
That he's gay?
No. Like there's this so there's this quote where he explains something to Jimmy and he ends it with like, "Isn't that quacking crazy?" And so conspiracy theorists have like taken this thing and it's like, World Trade Center 7 collapsed without anything crashing into it. And the government still hasn't offered us an official explanation. And did you know that they actually reported it falling before it even fell? Tell me, Jimbo, isn't that quacking crazy? Like, you'll find tons of those.
I love the internet. Memes are just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then the next one on my list is a very recent meme.
Recent meme show?
Yeah, it's sort of like an aspect of it is
Okay.
very memey recently.
Okay.
But yeah, number 3 for me is ad popping up on the computer. The third ad popping up on the computer is Jimmy Neutron. So,
All right.
I guess you're number 2.
Yeah, my number 2 is going to be Futurama.
Okay.
So, I mean, this was a show I was considering whether or not it was a little bit too popular to, like, put on this list. But I decided, kind of, since it had been canceled once, really it got canceled twice, I think, but
Yeah.
that you could kind of, it kind of qualified.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can put whatever you want,
Yeah.
I think SpongeBob was the only one we we kind of kept off.
I think I probably would have put Rick and Morty on, but that's another one that's just like so big right now. But no, Futurama. It's not like as funny or like as like you're not gonna like.
It's Simpsons humor, like.
But it's not as funny as The Simpsons.
Interesting.
Like it's more like, I would say it's more fun than funny, if that makes sense. Like
yeah, I mean it's definitely like the situations are a lot crazier than The Simpsons.
Like there's not too many times where you're gonna.
Simpsons is more like slice of life type shit.
Yeah. There's not too many times where you're just gonna like absolutely lose your shit laughing. I mean, there are a few, but like, I think the biggest like draw of it is just it's really fun. Like they do all these things where they like incorporate like current celebrities into it. Like they have like little headless or jar head things.
Yeah.
Richard Nixon is president again in Futurama.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, they re-elect Richard Nixon's head to be the president of Earth in Futurama.
Damn.
And the vice president from back then, Agnew, it's just his body.
Agnew?
I forgot his first name.
What the fuck? Yeah. Is this a real person or like?
Yeah. It was his actual vice president who also got like removed from office because of Watergate.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like that was Agnew was his vice president. He actually resigned before Nixon. And then Nixon resigned, so that's why it went straight to Gerald Ford. And that's how Gerald Ford became the first non-elected person to ever become president, because they had to fire both Nixon and Agnew.
Interesting.
Or remove them. They both resigned from office before they got fired.
I thought like Kennedy got killed. Didn't Kennedy get killed before this?
Yeah, but so his vice president was still
Lyndon B.
elected
Johnson.
technically.
Oh,
yeah,
you're right.
Because they ran on the same ballot, like it's Nixon or Kennedy Johnson, you know?
I like, on the Conversation podcast, we be going from talking about cartoons to like presidential shit. We just be all over the map.
We be having conversations.
We be having conversations.
But yeah, no, so anyway, that little tangent, but yeah, so Richard Nixon's president again. It just has like a lot of these really fun moments. They have oh gosh, I forgot what the episodes are called, where it's like they link this thing to their head and it shows them all these futures that could possibly happen. I forgot what it's called. It's got like these special episode names. There's only like 2 of them, but I think those are definitely my favorite episodes of that.
Damn, I'm gonna be real. I never really watched. I watched Futurama, but it's like it never really clicked with me that good, and like neither with The Simpsons. Like I never really watched that much Simpsons stuff.
Simpsons, it's hit or miss for me.
I mean, yeah, just as a kid, it was like SpongeBob was really the only thing that was like on my mind. That and like Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah. Those were like the 2 big ones. And I guess Jimmy Neutron, but
it was the big 3 Nickelodeon ones. I mean, I watched a little bit of Disney Channel, so I was like Zack and Cody.
I had like a moral like it was a moral thing for me. I was like, Disney Channel is fucking whack.
The big one for me was Zack and Cody. I loved Zack and Cody. You had Corey in the House.
Corey in the House is legendary. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
He's rapping now. Kyle
is he really?
Yeah, he raps.
What's his name again?
Kyle Massey.
Kyle Massey, yeah.
He is definitely... Dude, I went on his Instagram and the comments are like... I'm sure he's very fucking pissed. Like, he's like trying to have a real career in music and shit, and everyone's just like, Corey in the house.
I'm in man.
And he's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I once listened to the theme song for 3 hours in a row.
I know we listened to like Darth Vader breathing or something for quite a while. It was on like a 10-hour loop. We didn't make it all the way.
I can't say the video title, but it's Person of African American Descent Stole My Bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we did listen to that.
We listened to that while we were playing like Dragon Ball Budokai.
Raging Blast 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's fucking amazing.
We listened to that while we were playing that game for probably at least 4 hours.
That shit is so stupid.
Yeah.
God. We were just on some fuck shit. Like,
Yeah.
that shit's so dumb. Okay. So, yeah, Futurama. Pretty good show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so can I go to my number 2?
Yeah, go ahead.
So number 2 is the other Hanna-Barbera and the meme thing I was talking about, and it's a Scooby-Doo, like the OG Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
My mom, that was like her favorite show growing up, and once again watching Boomerang, and like Shaggy is a big ass meme right now, even though it's kind of falling off a little bit. But whatchamacallit, like all the Scooby-Doo, like Shaggy and Scooby really made that show because the other characters are not as interesting. It's just kind of like just Shaggy and Scooby fucking around with these monsters and just like shit is funny.
Like they just don't. They're just trying to eat the whole time.
Yeah, they eat like fucking.
I don't know why they even
3-foot tall sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like
I don't even know why they associate with like Fred, Velma, and Daphne. Like there's no reason for them to.
Because I think they'd be loners if they weren't with them.
Maybe they're homeless.
I don't think any. I mean, you never see any of those kids go home. Like they might just live in that fucking van.
I think they just live in the van. They definitely smoke weed.
Shaggy and Scooby definitely do.
Yeah.
Like that's always been like a confirmed thing.
Yeah.
Even back in the '60s or wherever they made the show.
Reefer Madness.
Yeah, maybe I honestly think some of them monsters might have just been like they might have like
they're
like
all just
Shaggy.
tripping.
Yeah, Shaggy put some different type mushrooms on his pizza.
Yeah, they go throughout all of New Orleans and they just
New Orleans, dude. That whole show has to be set in New Orleans.
Well, they go to different cities for different episodes, and I specifically remember one that was in New Orleans.
Jesus,
but yeah,
Rougarou. Is this the second time? It's just, that dang old Rougarou coming down the motherfucker. Jesus.
But no, I watched the Scooby-Doo movies, the live action.
Oh hell, dude! You don't even fucking understand. Scooby-Doo trying to get on that airplane dressed as the grandma is one of my favorite. Not only movie scenes, like one of my favorite like scenes ever in anything. Like media overall, like him, Scooby standing in that or sitting in that seat dressed as a grandma is like legendary.
Yeah.
I might like get that tatted.
Right on the forearm.
Scooby sitting on the thing.
Oh god, but no.
Those movies, I want to get drunk and like go back and rewatch those with a bunch of people.
That would be interesting.
I feel like they'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Or maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. Because like those movies are also super fucking cheesy.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of them in probably at least 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Been a long time. Did you know they were written by James Gunn?
What?
Yeah. Or at least the first one.
Jeez, I didn't know that. I knew that the guy that plays Fred also plays Kanan in Star Wars Rebels.
Fuck. I would not have ever known
Yeah.
that.
Which is kind of weird to me because I don't know. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, I guess. He was never...
He probably still a millionaire.
Yeah.
Like, he probably still chilling. Like, what's his name? Freddie Prinze Jr.? That is definitely his name. Freddie chilling. Like, I promise. What? He played Fred and his name is Freddie. That's amazing.
He was born for the role.
Born for that fucking role. So, yeah, like, once again... Just Scooby-Doo OG type shit.
Yeah.
I also really like old shitty animation. Like you watch that show, and it was like the budget must have been like $3 in a fucking ham sandwich. Like the
3/4 in a Big Mac.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I've like seen stuff where it's like the animators just forgot to give Velma a nose for an entire scene. Like.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy a lot of like the other Scooby-Doo shows, like growing up, like A Pup Named Scooby-Doo.
I didn't like the one where they were all young.
Yeah, The Pup Named Scooby-Doo.
That was Pup Named Scooby-Doo? I don't like that one.
I mean, I liked that as a kid. Like I said, I haven't watched any of these in so long.
The new one's awful. Like, there's a brand new one.
I didn't... Like, I'd rather just not even know about it, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Alright, well...
But yeah, that's my number 2. Just Scooby-Doo.
Alright. Well, my number 1 pick is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
M. Night Shyamalan!
Not the movie. Don't you dare bring up that absolute disgrace of a movie.
Whenever I saw the first trailer to that, I was actually kind of down for it.
I was too.
Even though I didn't even watch the cartoon. I've literally seen one episode, and it's the one where they go to a library, and there's a giant owl.
Yeah, because they're trying to figure out what day the solar eclipse is going to be on. Because, like, on the solar eclipse is, like... It's when the Fire Nation is like...
They attack. And then the Fire Nation attacked.
It's... Oh, God. It's been... I literally haven't watched that show since its original run. I watched the entire thing on the original run.
Damn. Like, as it came out?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's crazy.
From when I was, like, 7 to when I was, like... 10 or 12 or whatever.
I literally did that with Arrow for the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever done that for a TV show.
Bro, I remember how hyped I was because the last week they had all the episodes coming out. Like, it was 5 episodes. It was like 1 episode per day.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just watching the whole, like, that whole week was just banger after banger. Like,
of Avatar?
Yeah.
Damn.
That was great. But no, I mean, that show, it's such a badass concept. Like,
yeah, no, I didn't realize how big the fan base was.
Yeah.
Like, I've been seeing recently, like, a ton of people
I think
love that show.
It's just the nostalgia because the sequel show, Legend of Korra, ended. I don't fuck with Korra because, I don't know. I just don't like how it takes place in, like, the beginning of modern times, like, early 1900s. Because, like, I don't know.
That sounds kind of interesting.
It does, but, like, I've never thought of Avatar as anything remotely modern.
It's like feudal Japan type shit.
So that would place Avatar as taking place around, like, the Civil War. Like, the American Civil War. Yeah.
Yeah, and that just doesn't fit.
It doesn't feel right. Like, and I didn't even imagine it taking place in, like, the same type universe where those developments could even happen, you know?
See, this is why, unlike a lot of nerds on the internet who let shit like this, like, freak them out, I just, like... And I'm not saying you do that. Yeah. I'm just saying for other people that can't handle this, it's like, I literally just ignore it. Like, so many people are like, but it's canon! It's canon, this show! It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, just watch the first show and just, like, only focus on that.
I don't hate people for liking Korra. I don't think Korra's a bad show. I just don't fuck with it, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I might eventually, because I think I'm going to go back and watch Avatar again, because it's been so long, and, like I said, I'm even, like, rusty on major details right now.
Yeah.
But, like, that show is just an absolute banger.
Whenever, like, that's me with Game of Thrones. I literally, every time that show, because I started watching that before season 6, or just as season 6 was, like, coming to an end.
Yeah,
I was catching up to season 6, and so, like, a couple days after the last episode of season 6 aired, I, like, got to it, and then I watched season 7 as it came out, and now, but, like, the wait in between season 6 and season 7, I forgot everything.
Yeah.
And so, but, like, I'm too lazy to go back and, like, watch the whole show.
I have every episode downloaded on my computer. I can put it on a flash drive and give it to you, man.
See, that's the thing. I just, like, this is how it's gonna go. I already know. Whenever the final season for Game of Thrones drops, I'm just going to, like, watch it as it drops and just remember everything. Like, just be
you
like,
can watch a few like review videos on YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube, like, I gotta thank God for YouTube. Like, that shit is how I spend most of my time.
Yeah.
Like, it's either that or listening to music. Like, that's literally
shout out last episode, YouTube.
Yeah. We could just talk about YouTube all day.
We really could.
We've spent so much time. I feel like most people our age have just spent like accumulatively hours on YouTube is like I've spent like months like just in terms of actual time, probably more. Like
I've been like watching YouTube videos since like 2006.
Yeah.
So like it's
funny.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's just a lot.
But yeah, I mean, Avatar, it was just amazing from start to finish. Like I remember watching first episode as it came out. I was like super intrigued and it was really cool. And then the last episode is one of my probably my favorite episode of any animated TV show ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It is an amazing finale. Just the way they finished the whole thing off, it was really like just spot on, perfect.
I've always been down to make a TV show that's super beloved and then just the final episode completely like
So Dexter.
What?
So Dexter.
I heard that show fell off in like the last like 4 seasons. Like I
don't even watch it. I just know everyone hates the last episode so much that I've just never even thought about watching it.
Someone told me how it ends and it sounds stupid as shit. Yeah. Like I'm not very interested in that show. That's honestly, I'm never gonna watch that show.
Yeah, no, me either. I may have been interested if it wasn't for everyone saying like the last episode is so bad. Like,
do you know what happens, or have you been told? Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah. For all of our Dexter fans that are 3 years behind on the show or whatever, spoiler alert, we're gonna reveal the ending here.
Yeah, if you're planning to watch fucking Dexter, and I may be wrong, but this is just what someone told me.
Okay.
Apparently, something happens where he drives a boat into a hurricane or something.
What?
And like dies or something. Like some type of big storm, he like rides a boat into the storm.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure. I may be wrong.
Oh my god.
Or that may be where the episode like initially was gonna end, and then they came back and brought it back or something, and he had amnesia. I don't know. This is all coming from like probably over a year ago. Someone telling me like, "Bro, fuck Dexter," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, he rode a boat into a."
He rode a boat into a hurricane.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it just sounds stupid. Like I don't know. I'm just never gonna watch that show.
Yeah, no, me either.
But yeah.
All right.
Can I go to my number one?
Yeah, go to your number one, man.
Okay, so my number one. Honestly, I'm basing it most off of like I enjoyed the show, but it's Chowder.
Okay. Yeah.
Chowder was really really. It was fun. Because it was very creative. Like every single episode was just some type of weird shit that you would just not think the show. Because they climb up a giant. Like Schnitzel puts Chowder on his back and they climb like a person who is just huge as shit.
Yeah.
And they end up like crawling in his ears and like they get all the way to the top of his head or something. It's wild. But the reason I love this show so much is because have you ever played like those Diner Dash games?
Oh,
where it's you have customers come into the store. Customers come into the store, you take their order, and then you're like getting their food ready and all that. There was a Chowder one of those, and I got hooked on that. Like I played so much of that game.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd be down to still play it. Like if I don't know if it's still up, but that game was really fun. But like Chowder is another one of those shows. Like what I find is that most shows that I like have strong characters. Like you have to have, and it's not like they have to be that unique. They just have to be, because it's hard to be unique in terms of writing characters because everything seems like it's been done at this point.
Yeah.
As far as characterization and like everything. But it's like as long as your characters are just funny and memorable, which I think Chowder had a lot of funny and memorable characters. For sure. And they all had like crazy. They're all named after foods.
You had Chowder, Mung, Truffles, Gazpacho, Panini.
Damn. rapid fire name
Yeah,
these hoes.
that's the only ones I know. But yeah,
Fucking Rada. Wait, what's his name?
that's Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. Yeah, Schnitzel.
Schnitzel is the greatest character.
And then there's one episode where he talks, like
Yeah,
they
like-
get his voice back.
It's like somebody Chowder lands on
He's
him
like,
and he
"Hey,
dislodges.
everybody, I'm Schnitzel."
Someone like Chowder lands on Schnitzel and it like dislodges something in his throat, and he's like, "Oh my God, I can talk! I've been trying to tell y'all I've been choking for the last 20 years." And then like it falls back in his mouth, and he's like, "Rada rada." And he's like,
One thing, this sounds like and it is just a minor detail, but I really liked how every single character, the textures on them, the textures stay still, and as the characters walk, it's very hard to explain, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, because Chowder wears like a purple jacket,
Yeah.
and he has like little details on the jacket, but it's like as he moves, how would you word it? It's like a separate background and it stays still, but he keeps moving, so the texture changes as he moves.
Yeah.
And every single character has that on like their skin, like details on their clothing and their skin.
yeah,
And it's like, I don't know, that's something that I like, creative little choices like that in visual design, because like I think little details like that help a show stand out.
oh for sure.
You know what I mean?
And I mean that show, that came from
It was actually really funny too.
Yeah.
And trippy. Like there were just some episodes like he like eats a gumball and then he keeps eating the gum and then he like blows it into a giant ball, and then at the end of the episode the gumball like takes over his entire planet, and then his planet is just another gumball, and then it like resets itself, where like it kind of comes full circle to where at the beginning of the episode he like walks up to this thing and it's got a thing full of gumballs, and he like eats his planet as another gumball. I don't know, it's crazy.
Yeah, Cartoon Network has had some weird trippy shows.
But it's like, as a kid, it's fun.
Oh yeah, no.
That's another thing, like, I'm gonna wait until I have kids and just get all this shit on DVD or just download it and then
Yeah.
just like let them watch all these classic ass shows.
Yeah.
Cause like, I don't really have any desire to watch it now, cause like,
Yeah,
you know.
I feel you.
I don't really have enough time to, like, most of the reason I don't watch a lot of TV is like because I don't really have a lot of time, and when I do, I just like to relax. Which
Yeah.
like
You can lay on your couch or lay on your bed and watch YouTube. You know.
yeah, that like exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, number one is Chowder.
So
Shout out to South Park. South Park is my other.
that's another one that
South Park is my other like honorable mention along with SpongeBob.
Yeah, that not on the list, but yeah.
Fucking amazing, yeah.
All right, yeah. So kind of like last time, I got some honorable mentions that I kind of want to shout out.
Okay.
First one, Cat Dog.
Okay.
I don't really remember what happened in that show at all. I just know that there was a cat and a dog that were attached,
And then there was like a rabbit dude who was a
Yeah.
fucking asshole to them.
and they struggled because the cat wanted to do cat things and the dog wanted to do dog things.
But they were attached.
I just remember I loved that show, so I wanted to put it on here.
Okay, but someone has to ask the question, how do they shit?
My second honorable mention is
Good answer.
Hey Arnold.
Okay, yeah.
Hey Arnold was, I don't know, it was one of those TV shows that I didn't appreciate. I appreciate more now almost.
Yeah, I think so.
It had one episode, just like the saddest episode
Birdman,
of all time.
the
Yeah,
like pigeon man.
I think so. where
Is
it's
that
like-
homeless guy on the roof?
Yeah, I don't.
And
No.
then there's like the ghost train episode.
No. His grandpa thinks he's gonna die.
Oh
And
shit.
the entire time he's just like reflecting on his life, and it's just like sad as shit. And then his grandpa finds out that he's not gonna die, and they're like so happy, but they also have like this newfound perspective on life. It is just like genuinely a super sad happy episode. Like,
Yeah.
That it got me emotional. Like I bet if I watched it I'd still be emotional.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, the tone of that show was also very like realistic in a cartoony way.
Yeah.
Like, so telling a story like that could definitely work.
They got really deep a lot too.
Yeah, no, like that's what I was saying with the Pigeon Man episode. There's like a homeless guy on the roof, and he's like friends with all the pigeons.
Yeah.
And whatchamacallit, I have to shout out Hey Arnold for the fact that it created one of my favorite memes of all time. Arnold, they got me for my foams. That's one of my favorite memes ever, like top 10.
I forgot that was Hey Arnold.
They got me for my foams. They caught me slipping, Arnold. I'm about to just post that everywhere.
Yeah, but Hey Arnold was a great show. I mean, The Proud Family.
I never really watched that. I watched it just enough to have context, but like I never really seriously watched it.
I don't know. It was just, it was a really cool show. It was real funny. Sugar Mama.
Sugar Mama, which one was that?
She was
like
like
the
grandma.
grandma?
Old grandma.
Damn.
That was just like, she had this like creepy white boyfriend that was always like super hunched over. Almost looked like the Joker.
Damn, what the hell? Yeah. I remember the dad making me laugh a lot.
Yeah.
And then there was like some blue bitches that were
no. They were like literally like so black they're purple. I think that was the whole thing that they were trying to convey in that.
I guess so.
But yeah, like, and they were just like three sisters or whatever that just kept trying to screw over the main character. What was her name? Penny?
Penny? Oh, wow. You
Penny?
remember that. I would not have remembered that.
Penny might have been a different character.
No, I think Penny... Wait. No, Penny was her friend.
Yeah.
The blonde girl.
Maybe. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, yeah, that show was amazing. And they had that one special where they went to like...
Peanut Island or some shit.
You looking at my notes?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just always remembered that one movie. Like, that's the most I remember about that show. I remember the dad being really funny, and then they go to Peanut Island, and then there's like a bunch of peanut people, and
it's
I was just
George Washington Carver or whatever.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I like, as a kid, I was just kind of like, okay, like, and peanut people.
Yeah. Then Jackie Chan Adventures. Can't find anybody else that really remembers the show either.
I remember it, but I never put time into it.
It was like just Jackie Chan and like his niece or something like that, and it was animated cartoon. And it was like they were just trying to stop this organization that was trying to bring some like stone dragon in the wall to life by putting like these little gems or pearls or whatever in these slots around it, and the whole time they were just trying to protect it.
Hey, if I can guess your next choice, will you give me? And I can't see it, but would you give me $5?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you it's not the one that I deleted. If you saw that,
no,
okay,
I haven't seen shit.
Okay,
is it American Dragon Jake Long?
No, but that was. Almost. I actually had that on my honorable mentions, but I replaced it with Jackie Chan Adventures.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. God damn. Alright. And the last one, I don't even have it listed, but is Flapjack.
Flapjack?
The Misadventures of Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Yeah, no, I always liked Captain Knuckles on that show. I remember for one of my birthdays when I was like 8 or 9, my brother put him on my birthday like pamphlet. He just like put Captain Knuckles, and it was like, come to Trey's motherfucking birthday, bitch.
Did people come?
Hell yeah, they were like, oh shit,
Captain Knuckles. But no, I mean, I think the most interesting thing about that show, and I tweeted this the other day, is that it was written by the guy that made Regular Show and the guy that made Adventure Time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can, and once you figure that out, you can see these elements from both of those shows in it.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because especially I love those aren't in my honorable mentions, but shout out to
regular show is in my.
Yeah.
I'm gonna honorable mention that because I love that show.
Yeah, like both of those shows were really cool, but it's also awesome to see like Flapjack was before both of those, and it's really cool to see like you could see where both of their kind of creative input came in.
Yeah, definitely.
And formed like this really weird like sepia tone.
Yeah, I can definitely understand why a lot of people would not like Flapjack.
Yeah.
It's kind of almost on the level of like Mr. Meaty.
Yeah.
Of just weirdness. Dude,
I heard people compare it to Courage the Cowardly Dog, but sorry.
Do you remember like I don't remember, it was a while ago, we found like, or I don't remember if you were there, but we found this like Russian guy who defended Mr. Meaty in the YouTube comments. He wrote like 5 paragraphs about how like, because you remember Mr. Meaty.
Yeah. And that show was terrifying.
Yeah, fucking terrible show. I remember like in the YouTube comments, it's like this Russian guy, and it was like written in broken English, but it was just him like defending Mr. Meaty with his fucking life.
What was he saying?
Just
I remember like, we were talking
you
about
Americans, you do not understand the complexities of Mr. Meaty. And he just went down the list of just like, why, like, this is the best show ever. And I was just like, nah, like, sorry, son. Some shit just fucking sucks.
Like, there was an episode where they just, like, dipped their hand
in the fryer?
In frying oil. And then they were like, whoa, dude. And then they just started eating their fucking hands.
Yeah, they need to, like, do an investigation on whoever made that show.
They can't be okay now. Like,
I don't know where they are. I hope they're okay. I hope they got some help.
Yeah.
I hope they got some help. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's the end of my honorable mentions. I don't know. Any other shows you want to shout out, honorable mention?
I mean, Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
And then SpongeBob again. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't want to put SpongeBob on our list because, like I said earlier, it'd be number one.
Because every kid our age, like, SpongeBob was like...
Well, it's like a multi-generational thing. Like, you've got kids that are, like, 8 that have grown up on SpongeBob, as well as people that are
almost 30.
Probably in their 30s, if you think about it. I mean...
Yeah.
If you were born in, say, 1987, you would have been 12 when SpongeBob came out. That's still, like... prime.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Like... And if you were born in 1987, you'd be 31, 32 now. So it's like...
So up to like mid-30s.
Yeah.
People that like have a strong...
Yeah. Like...
love for this show.
You've got little kids today and people that are having little kids today that have both grown up on SpongeBob.
And I have no idea about what it is about that show that just makes those first 3 seasons like... Everything about it is like, I follow on Twitter SpongeBob caps, and it's just random screenshots from like every episode, and they tweet every like hour or something like that, or like every 30 minutes, and I like, you just single frames from that show I just save into my photo roll, and I'm just like,
there's a reason it's so memeable.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, like, I don't know why it just became that show. Like, because you look at it and it's like, it's really not that different from most other cartoons. Yeah. But for some reason or another, some unspoken reason, everyone just decided that SpongeBob was the shit. And I'm down with it. Like,
I mean, it's definitely for a reason, and it's because especially the first 3 seasons, and then it was really after the movie came out, it was really on and off.
The movie was literally where, like, I cut the line. It's like the first 3 seasons movie, that's it.
It's on and off from there. I will say, like, I've seen some newer episodes that are pretty good, but I've also seen some newer episodes that are really bad. But they've adapted. It's almost a different show now. Like,
it's definitely
they've adapted it to fit the more modern style of children's cartoons, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. There are good children's cartoons. Mm-hmm. Like one, I'll kind of shout it out, Gumball. I saw that at first and I didn't think it was good, but like I've seen so many clips from that show that have shown that like
I like the design of the show. Like the look of it is really good. Like I like how it uses like real world backgrounds, and then every character is different. Like there's like balloon people and banana people and shit like that. But like I don't know.
It's one of those shows. It's not my generation.
It's not for me.
It's not my generation's show. Like it's not a show I've grown up on. It's not a show that I'll ever really identify with.
Yeah.
But I respect it because it's gonna be one of those shows that people are gonna look back on and be like, "Wow, that was like a great show." Like people that maybe not me, but like my little brother. He's 13.
Yeah. He'll definitely look back and remember that.
That it'll be one of those.
Kyle's 13.
Kyle's 13. Yeah.
I haven't even talked to Kyle in so long, dude. What's really gonna weird me out is whenever I'm like, wait, when will he be 20? Like,
2025.
How old will I be? Like 26, 25, something like that. That is when it's gonna be very, very weird for me.
Yeah.
Cause like I never had a little brother, and you had a little brother, and I was always at your house. So like he's the closest thing I really got.
It's weird. He's almost a person now. Like I can. It sounds bad. I can
almost talk to him.
Yeah, like but I can have conversations with him now. Like it's not just me being like, "Oh, hey Kyle, what's up, buddy?" Now it's like we can have conversations. And now I mean, he's a freaking angsty edgelord 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not perfect, but it's weird because I'm like, wow, you're almost a real human. Like,
oh goodness.
But yeah, no.
Well.
So I feel like we need to be wrapping it up.
Yeah. That was our top 5 cartoons. Even though I'm so iffy with top 5s, even though like. Because I could easily go back and like switch up this list a lot, but
I mean, a lot of those honorable mentions I shouted out could easily be on this list. There are probably some that I've completely forgotten to talk about.
Oh,
that
definitely.
that I'll probably like even more than some of these that I've mentioned. But it's just there's so many cartoons.
There's so much of everything. Like top 5 of anything that I like is just like fuck.
Yeah.
Like I'm so bad with doing that.
Yeah.
I can always name like my top 3.
Yeah.
Like I have my top 3 favorite rappers, albums, like all of that. Yeah. But like once it goes past 3, I'm like,
I rank mine more in like tiers.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, because I can't put one in front of the other, but I can kind of put them in the same grouping.
Yeah.
But yeah. I can't say my top 3 favorite rappers. Well, I can, but it's Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, and Kyle, and that's KKK.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
I always try and find. It just sounds really bad, so I always try and find a fourth.
It's just 3 names.
I know,
like,
but it's like.
I don't think anyone's gonna think you're fucking Klansman.
It's just weird, so I always throw a 4th person in there. But there's not a 4th person that I really put like on the same level that I like those guys.
For me, it's MF Doom, Kanye, and Young Thug. Those are my top 3.
Dude, I don't really listen to Young Thug that much, but his song with Elton John is I love that song so much.
Young Thug is.
It might have been my favorite song to come out last year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking bold. That's crazy. I like a lot of like blonde era Young Thug. Wait, we need to be shutting this off. I'm not about to because if I start talking about rap.
Finish your like thought process and then we'll shut it down.
Okay, I like blonde era Young Thug, like Slime Season Trilogy, Rich Gang, and then up to like Jeffrey. And then, not to say that I don't like his new stuff, but it's just like he has just a golden era streak where it's like every single one of his mixtapes, like I like to just listen to and play video games and stuff, and it's very, very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Well.
Thugga, baby.
Yeah.
I guess that's the end.
We don't have an end still.
Wait, do you want to?
Yeah.
End with some ASMR since we started with some
ASMR this outro.
Here's my keys.
The keys are jingling.
Okay, bye.